Hi everyone, thanks for joining. This is going to be the last class of building a Twitter UI clone using React.js. And this is completely a live class. And yes, we will interact through the YouTube's live chat. And I'm looking forward to meet you all here. And today I will also be we will be going through the last and final live class. Along with that, we will also work with uh, deploying the whole app, whatever we have done so far. And not only that, just make some noise. Hey Devraj, hey Kartikeya. So all the students will also be joining this. So let's wait for them to, and we'll start it very soon. So I wanted to start with my the previous class which we did. It was a 7-day course on creating a chatbot UI without an AI. So that is exactly what we did. So I'll go through quickly about that one. And then the next thing is about what exactly are we doing with um, this today's class, which is actually a Git tweet. Actually, we plan to do a Twitter clone by using Git and GitHub, but that's the reason the name Git tweet was there. But later on, we thought, okay, why don't we create a small backend as well for this? I just wanted to ask you all if my voice, audio, and video both are clear. Can someone please confirm about that? Hey Akanksha, hey Mukul, hey Abhishek, hi Rahul. Nice to meet you all here. So in case of anything like if the video or voice is breaking or something like that, just try to refresh the screen and see, because everything here seems to be perfectly working. Hey, we are all here. Yes, great, nice. So welcome back to the last class, by the way. Yes. So yeah, okay. So let's, without any delay, we want to show, like, let's start with looking at what I did in the last batch of classes for by creating a Twitter UI, the chatbot UI clone. So I just need to find out where exactly I have got that in the meantime. So yeah, in the meantime, we can ask with any questions that you might have from the last previous set of batches, like previous classes. So for those people who are totally confused, I'm going to show you what exactly I have been doing. Just give me one more moment to get the chatbot demo as well on the screen. Okay, so I believe it's ready. So can you all confirm if you are able to see my screen? Hey Parth, hey Sandeep, hi Niharika, Nikhil, Mayur, Somnath, Siddharth, Abhishek Ram, hey. Thanks everyone for joining in. Hey Khaled, hey Rahul. So by the way, I just wanted to tell, this is just one-off thing. So this kind of last session streaming, live streaming for everyone will not happen often. This is just one time, and it's just the last time. All right. So here is the chatbot thing which we did, and this is the first 7-day class. And I believe a lot of people who have joined my first 7-day class have joined the second 7-day class as well. So this is a small demo for you all. So I'm not going to show you much in this, but I believe a lot of people would have already seen this. So I start with a localhost 3000. Okay, I'll just maximize it. Yeah, it's just going to say chatbot without AI. Okay, so clicking on this, hey there, I'm a chatbot. Type start to begin. It is almost similar to, like, Twitter bots and other things. So I'm still going to type some crazy things. Now, Praveen here, blah, blah. See, nothing works actually. So it just says type start to begin. So I'll start with start. So start. Hey guest, thanks for starting me up. Please enter your GitHub username. Okay. I don't know why, but let me add my username. Oh, wow. Look at this. It also got my face here. And then thanks for providing Praveen Kumar. And it's also saying like, hey, Praveen Kumar Purushothaman, I found you. You're awesome because you have got 458 public repositories saving your details. So what should I do now? Help. Displace this message again. Bio. Displace the GitHub bio. If found. Company. Avatar. Okay, let's start with avatar. I need to change the avatar, but oh, great. So help again. Blog site. Okay, I write here. Oh, wow, cool. So that opens my website, to be honest. So it's not blog site really. So whatever you have given in the GitHub's configuration, it will be there. GitHub profiles configuration. Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can be hired. Is available. Really? Okay. So how many followers do I have? Like, or how many people I follow? Following. I'm following 26 users. And is there anything else? Okay, let's try using location maybe. I live in London, in England, United Kingdom. That's perfect. So this is exactly what we did. So if I do a reset or something, thanks for using my service, press start to begin once again. So anyone else wants to go on? So I'm just looking at your the GitHub chat. No, Sandeep, unfortunately, they were all private classes and we plan to make it public at the last class. And also we want to give you a small tip on what exactly will be the next class as well. So next set of 7 days is going to be really awesome. And I'll tell you, I'll soon tell you. Anyone who wants to give your GitHub username for this? We're going to maximum wait for another few minutes and then we will go into the last session and you will be seeing how we are going to build a Twitter UI bot using, actually, to be honest, it's going to be a front end as well as a back end thing. So it's going to be awesome. Trust me. Okay, so Parth, me is not a valid GitHub profile. So I'm going to go with Sandeep's SK, whatever it is. So there you go. So Sandeep. Oh, wow. You're awesome. You've got 7 public repos saving your details. But unfortunately, bro, I don't think you have set your name. So it says, hey, SK or something like that. So let's see if you have any bio setup. You haven't updated your bio. Company? Nope. Can hire? Not available for hire. Sorry, bro. So anyone else? So I'm going to reset it. You don't even have your profile picture. So anyone who has a full GitHub profile? Okay, let's try Siddharth 17 Vaishnav. And we have to start. I'm going to put GitHub username here. Hey, Siddharth Vaishnav, I found you. You're awesome because you got 17 public repos. Cool. You have got a code kind of a profile picture. So let me put avatar. Ah, nice, man. Let's see the bio. You haven't updated your bio. Where are you working for? Nope. You're not working for anyone. Can hire? Dude, you're not available for hire. Where are you, by the way? You're in Surat. Nice. Awesome. That's good to know. Okay, so this is a small demo about what we did first time when we worked for 7 days as a chatbot UI and chatbot without AI. This doesn't use any of the artificial intelligence things, but it is going to be really awesome. That's exactly what I was trying to show. Cool. So that's the first thing. Oh, wow, cool. So that's the first thing, and we'll go with the next one, which we are working on currently. And by the way, the courses here are from Edusera. If you just search for Edusera Praveen, you will be able to find definitely the first one as the thing. So these are the React courses. So this is what I was actually showing you just a few seconds ago. So this is the chatbot without AI using React. It's the crash course, which is a live crash course. So we started with getting started with GitHub, Git and GitHub, basics of front-end and responsiveness, JavaScript ES6 basics, environmental setup, JS and JSX, components and states and props. We planned what should be done with the app. We started by doing the whole thing and then learning it by that. We use Bootstrap along with React. It is not React Strap or Bootstrap React. We used just the CSS of React. Sorry, CSS of Bootstrap. We just added into the React. And we also did styling, responsiveness. It's all there in Bootstrap itself, right? So we just made use of that. We also tried to use multi-user interface in this one. And we had made some component design. What kind of components, where it goes, where you need to split it, how you need to like pass on the data from one component to another, and those kind of things. Then we also made some flowchart models for the dialogue. So you saw that how many dialogue it's kind of like the flow of dialogue, right? Not dialogue flow. It doesn't have any of the AI or like any other third-party things. Then we did CI and CD pipelines, and we also deployed it using GitHub pages. So this is the same thing that we are going to do in this class as well. So we will be trying to finish the Twitter UI clone along with a lot of things. So along with, we do have some customer reviews as well. Nice. I haven't seen this one. So, okay, cool. Nice. Thanks. They might be my old students, and thanks a lot for giving me such nice reviews. And by the way, this is the ChatBot UI. And if you see the other live workshops by me, this is the current workshop that we are working on. We are putting an offer of like for 99 rupees, and there will be another offer running on, because the main thing is about these are my like my life aims. So I want to give more high quality education for everyone. So that is one thing which I really want to like give to everyone. So that's about it. So let's without any further delay, I'm just going to quickly look at the comments, and then I'm going to go for the class today. So let's have a quick look. Sorry, Parth, Parth and Niharika, you were just slightly slow, and next time definitely we'll be using it. Okay, you created just few days back, no problem. So Maria, Khaled, everyone have added your GitHub repository. Sorry about that. Move my screen to right side. Actually, was it completely disrupting the whole screen? Oh my God. Yeah, okay, Amit Kumar, we could have used yours. Why didn't you told about this earlier? I actually posted it in my LinkedIn thing. Hey Sadaf, finally Sadaf is here. We can play around with her. There is Dev Kamal. How to create a separate database for each category. See, you should not create database for each category or post. You should be creating tables for each of these things. And we are not doing a lot of things now. We will be just using the front end and just a simple backend. Part for the chatbot, I was using just using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, just pure React. It is just an if-else statement with a switch case. That's it, nothing else. Cool then. So let's get on to today's class of creating our awesome application, finishing our awesome application and publishing it on the GitHub pages. So just gonna quickly share my screen once again. So I believe you're all able to see the whole screen. And since the reason why my face is on this side, okay, on this side is everything here is the file manager. It is not much needed. So that's the reason I put my face in this side and not anywhere else. Okay, cool. So I start with typing npm start. So far what we have done, I'll show you. So this is gonna run the development server. Just wait for a few seconds. Boom. So this is what we have done so far. So this is git tweet and devgirl. There is a dev guy who says hi guys. There is another user, devgirl says hey girls, and there is me who says hey guys and girls. All right. And at this point of time, we are not logged in. So the moment I log in, let's say if I put my name here and my image, I'll just copy this image from this one. And then I'm just going to put name as Praveen. Is it Praveen? Yes. And then the image is this one and save it. Look at it. It immediately understands that it is me, and then it's going to do. So let's say logged in is also true here. Boom. It is going to show the compose part. Now this is what we are going to work with. Okay. So let's try to look into what we can work on. Okay. So first thing is we need to create the form. The form is going to be using a controlled component, and that control component will be setting up these things. So for that, let's use the compose form here, and then we will also ask for the name and image here. Okay, there are two forms right now. One is the compose form, one is the form to like sign in or something like that. All right, so these are the two things that we are going to do. And before that, any questions? I'm just going to quickly check the. Yes, Sadaf is here. We can make a lot of fun. Lakshit, no, dialog flow and all I didn't use. I'm not that super huge person, okay? So I just use just the simple switch case. Sandeep, this is the 7th day of the 7-day class, and we'll see what we can do with more live classes and something like that. All right. So yes, there will be something new coming up, but I don't know whether it is going to be now or later. That is the thing. Okay. You just need to also check why my CPU is like going so huge. So it's highly going like a lot. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead. So the first thing that we need to do is I'll just revert everything back to what it was. Nice. So now you can see that it is going to ask for name and image. So is my code and contents clear? Can you please all confirm if you are all able to see it in your computer? If you're using mobile, I'm sorry, it will be very small. But if you're using a desktop machine to see this, is everything clear? Please let me know. Okay, cool. Could see everyone says it's clear and stuff. Thank you for confirming this. So let's, without any delay, let's start working on this. So the first thing which I have done is I have got a dummy list of messages which I should not be doing, but let's have it. And the second thing is we need to see the login screen. Okay, so in the components, I'm going to create a new file called login.js. And remember, you don't need to worry about a lot of things, because a lot of things that we are doing is going to be copy paste only. Okay, so it's completely fine to copy paste things. And I'm going to put the same thing. So show login screen, and then I'm saving this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to add the thing here. So login. So you can see that here it says src components login, which means it's going to automatically import it from the stuff. So I'm just going to put this here. And now if I save this, I could see show login screen. So it is coming from this file. Okay. So now for the login screen, what I need is an image and my name. That's all. And the submit button, yes. So we will go to getbootstrap.com. I told you we will be using Bootstrap, right? I'm just going to quickly go to some kind of forms, and the bigger form is crazy. So we'll go with single line inline form, or like single line forms. There are no single line forms really. See, form control. Yes, we have this one. So we'll just copy this whole thing. And there is a problem with React. React uses XHTML, so you have to make sure everything is XHTML here. So inside our login.js, let's say, please enter your name and image URL to continue. Okay, so now I'll be using this one. All these things have class. Okay, all these classes need to be class name, and then we have all these inputs are there. No? These inputs should be having a self-closing thing. Okay, now everything seems to be perfect. If you see here, it shows email and this one. So we can get rid of this read only. Get rid of the form control plain text. Okay, cool. So here it shows everything. Nice. So now I want to also use a form control here. So I'm going to create a new form, new components in the Bootstrap. It's called form control.js. So RAFCE. And then for all these things, we can do a form control. Instead of doing this, using up a lot of times, I have created a small snippet for this. So it's Bootstrap React helpers, React Bootstrap helpers, something like that. So let me try to search for it, github.com/Praveen. It's an open repository, which you can find it here. Oh, by the way, even this is in open source, everything is here. So React, not a right thing, helpers, Bootstrap React helpers. So this is the link. I'll just share the link in the thing as well. Hey, Divya. Okay, so there are a couple of questions. Let's quickly answer them. So can you brief us when to use class components and when to use functional components? Yes, let me do it very quickly. So whenever we are in this one, like for example, if you see this particular header, let's say, so this is a class component. Okay, now everyone, let me give a small disclaimer. Everyone now uses a class or functional component because functional components are extremely what do you call this? Like it is very fast or extremely performant comparing with class component, because class components, they actually go through this lifecycle methods and all the other things, while functional components, they don't. And functional components are now capable of using states and other things that class components do, like the lifecycle methods, on an on-demand basis by using FX, like hooks, React hooks. So we will be going forward in the new classes, we'll be only using React hooks and not anything else. So that's something which I wanted to tell. And that's the difference between class and functional components. So coming to the other question, it is have a confusion like how to use that script. Like we try to any word that doesn't permitted to use Twitter. So it shows that, okay, it is called a censorship, and that's again another huge thing. So it will be checking each and every word or every string that you have put using regex or some kind of like full text search method or like text matching method, and then it tries to check it against the Twitter's guidelines, or like there should be a censored list of words, and then if that word is found, it's just a preg replace or regular expression replace, string replace, and it will be doing the replacing. So I believe that was helpful, Lakshit. Thanks, Maria. Use effect is confusing. Just explain a bit, please. Yes, Sadaf. Sadaf, use effect is confusing even for me as well. So that is going to be a trial and error for us. So I'll try to do that. But if not, I'll teach you in a totally different, like in complete 1 hour for use effect alone. Okay, so not a problem. So let's go ahead and start writing the code here. So we have got our login.js, and we want the Bootstrap helper where we will be using a form. I don't have a form element really. There is a card element, but form element is not there. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and look it up from my older ones. I hope that works. So there is this GFG Notes app, and the draft one. So if I go to the client in the SRC, in components, forms, we have a form group. Just copy and paste it this way. It's easier. Okay, right. So this form group, what it does, I'll show you, I'll tell you. So this is form control, but actually it's supposed to be form group. So let me change that too. So rename this thing. All right, cool. Now what it has is it has a form group. So if you see this login, you can also see that there is a form group. Really? No form groups. Wrong file. So we'll use call auto then. Yeah. So so what we can do is this one needs to have a class name. So these are a couple of things that we use. So if class name, if class name is set, then give class name, else give form group. Okay. Then we have label and input, right? So label and input. Label has class as visually hidden. All the class needs to be converted into class name because class is a what do you call this? Reserved keyword in JavaScript, and for is also a reserved keyword. So this is one perfect example to see two reserved keywords, that the only two reserved keywords in HTML that needs to be converted. For needs to be converted into HTML4, class needs to be converted into class name. So make sure you don't mess up with that. Okay. So now we have got this exactly the same thing. So it should be form control, ID, and everything is perfectly given, I guess. So we don't need a description here. So we are not using a description here. So there seems to be something wrong. Okay, there shouldn't come up. Okay, cool. So everything seems to be working perfectly. We are not giving description. And this is a form group that we just created. Form group. Okay, so we are just recreating everything, whatever we are doing here. So instead of using all these things, we want only just two things. We don't even need a password, to be honest. So call auto is the class name, right? Let's do it. So now I'm just going to put an array of elements. Okay, the first thing is obviously I need a label, which is going to be not email, should be full name or maybe name. ID, we will give it as name as well. Then on change and value, we will just use it later. So let's try to give another label. It was image, right? Image. ID is also image. So now we are going to map this, but it's the form group. So form group. Sometimes this problem comes up because the form group is not found or something like that. So what we will just do is import form group from Bootstrap form group. Okay, so we have got the form group, and we need to also give key as well. So let me put the key as the fg dot id because it's going to be unique. And then I need to get all the FG properties. So whatever I have given, label and ID, should be coming here. So the moment I do this here, we can see that there are two things coming in here, but it is not showing the placeholder, to be honest. I don't know why it is not showing. So let's have a quick look at the thing. So does it even have a placeholder? No, it doesn't. So we have got ID label type label. Okay, so let's use placeholder. Please enter. We'll just put please enter label. Okay. So please enter name, please enter image. Looks bad, but it's all right. So now we also need to give a class name called. So these are common for these things, right? So we'll just use a class name and call auto. The moment you put call auto, it's gonna show it as please enter name, please enter image, confirm identity. Okay, this is cool, right? So let me check the questions. Any questions or any comments? Hey Rachna, hi everyone. Okay, I hope there are no questions, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and go for the next one. Okay, so I need to enter my name and I need to enter the image URL. So for this, what I need to do is I need to create a controlled component. So all these things are having these, what do you call this? Okay, let's create. So like someone asked me, what are we going to do when there are no states, right? So let's add the placeholder, add the placeholder. And let me also push the code. So there are totally 2 commits so far. Just please keep putting your comments and I'll happily answer them. So let's go ahead. So we have name, image, those things. Please enter. Actually, we'll just please make okay. Label is your name, your image URL. So please enter your name, please enter your image URL. Okay. So here is confirm identity. Instead of confirm identity, just type in tweet. Start tweeting. Okay, this looks perfect. Now, all we need to do is, if you want to change the values here, we need to have somewhere to store the values. So I'm going to use state. So this is going to be the first one is going to be name. Initially, it's going to be nothing. We need to import use state from React. So it's going to auto import here. Then we are also going to do image as well. Okay. So name, image, and then use state is going to be the same thing, because both of the things are it is just that it is not exactly the okay. Let me also show you how this actually works. It's just a text thing, right? So that's why I said okay. So let's use pre dot. Okay, if I use it here, it's gonna mess up. Pre dot pg light order p2. Okay. So here I'm gonna put JSON.stringify. This is my favorite method of debugging things. So we need to debug a lot of things, right? So let's try name, image, and then none, comma 2. Okay. So if I do this, you can see that there is name and there is image. If I type anything, nothing is happening here. So we need to convert this into a controlled component. So for that, what we are going to do is, in this one, we have this value, right? When I put value as hello or something like this, now these two things I'm not able to change anything in this thing because they become read only. You need to also add a on change handler for this one. So the value is actually supposed to be so what would be the value of this one? So let me try to find it out. I don't know how to actually use this in this case, in this scenario, because we've got these two things, right? So yes, we might need to use another const form values equal to name, comma image, and value is going to be form values of fg dot id. I believe this should work. So even if I try to do something, it is not working because it is empty. So we will try to add a on change function here. So on change, it's going to do take the events value. Okay. So we need to also do a set kind of a thing. So again, we need to do these two things. So set values. This is going to be set name and set image. some crude way of doing things because we won't be able to dynamically add the values here. So set form, set values, again fg.id. So fg.id is going to be like we need to add set and fg.id. Then we need to set the value itself. So e.target.value. I know this is going to be really confusing for everyone, a lot of people, but let's see if this even works. If I type in PR, no, it doesn't work. Oh, sorry, it should be value. That's my fault. Let's refresh the page. So it's going to be PRAVEEN. Perfect, that works. And then the image is like HTTPS, blah, blah. Okay, so this one, it works perfectly. So I'm just going to add this one here. Okay, I'm just going to copy image address and paste it over here. So these two things are set now. Clicking on start dating has to set it in the state, to be honest. It has to set only one thing, or actually three things. It has to set name, image, and then logged in as true or false. Okay, so we have to have two more things, which is called as handle sign in. And it's going to take three things as we mentioned. It's going to be logged in. Actually, logged in is not needed. Name and image. So let's use name, comma, image. And then here it is going to do this dot set state, name, image, logged in, true. Okay, fine. This should actually work, but we haven't wired this handle sign into this one. So login handle sign in equal to handle sign in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, handle sign in should be this dot handle sign in. Okay, now in the login, what we are going to do is we are going to add the handle sign in option. So what happens when you hit on the handle sign in? So let's have another constant, which is handle submit. Here we need to stop the form from submitting and refreshing the page. So we will be using event.prevent default. And then we'll be calling the handle sign in with name and image, which we have created here. So once we do this, it's going to set everything perfectly fine. So I'm going to get rid of this pre tag and remove everything. And on the form submit, I'll be using handle submit. Okay. So far, I believe everything is clear. Any questions? Hello, bro. Ama Tamil da. Okay. How can we change fonts using CSS? We will be using CSS for changing the fonts, and we saw that we were using SCSS, and in this page, in this index.scss, you could see that we have used this font family Cle1 cursive, and that is what we have been using. So this is messages.css. There we used a lot of things, and a header, form group, we can all close these things. Okay, so cool. You're welcome for the explanation. Thank you. Can I add another value named font in the respective class? I guess. Yeah, you can. But why? What is the use of font? Hey, Hussein. How you have done that thing, showing that dialog box that shows stored thing. Okay, so this is for debugging. Yes, I'm using a pre-tag, and inside the pre-tag, I'm using this what do you call JSON library? It's a built-in library for converting a JSON value, like a JavaScript object, into string. So this is what exactly I'm doing. Hey, everyone is clear. Okay, thanks Parth, thanks Sadaf. Hey Hussein. Okay, cool. So now what we are doing right now is we just finished our login. We did not finish our login component. Wait, on submit handle submit has been given. So let's try this. So I'm going to put my name Praveen, and then I'm going to put my image URL, which is copying from this image address and then pasting it. Okay, time to see. Boom, look at this. This became on the right side, which means I am this person. Got it? Perfect. So we have completed the form part. So the form compose part is now working. So all we need to do is the login form completed the login form. Okay. And now here in this part, the login form is done. So we are not changing anything in the login form. So we'll just remove it. We have just added or integrated login form in the app. Okay, so this is what we did just now. Okay, so now in this compose thing, let's create another file. After this login, we need to have a compose compose.js. Again, it's going to be a functional component, and here we'll start with compose. Okay, so here we will be having a logout button first. Okay, so we want to do something like this. Okay, so we want to have a big dabba where there is a big text area and there are two buttons. Send logout. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So for this, we will be using Flex. This one will be another dabba, another Flex item. And then these two things will be block level displays. Okay, so this is the idea about what we are going to do. I hope this is clear, right? So for the Flex and block level display and all these things we learned, we'll be making use of them here. Okay, super. So let's start with the dev class compose needs to be display Flex, and then it should be Flex column. Now if I put two paragraphs, or let's do hello start to hello 1 and 2, and then save it, say show compose. So instead of show compose, I'm gonna put compose. So if I try putting Praveen and copy this image address and paste it here, so it shows hello 1, hello 2. I guess I made it as Flex column, should be Flex row. Okay, perfect, that works. So look at this, hello 1, hello 2. But the problem here is these two things needs to be growing fully. Okay, so Flex. So what we can do is this, we can leave it as buttons, and this one should be Flex grow 1. Boom. So this becomes the big place where it has the text area. So instead of all these things, I'm going to put a simple text area, and then you don't need the name or ID or calls or rows. Just give a class, and it's going to be Flex grow 1. Okay, that's cool. And now compose text. Okay, now here what I'm going to do is, along with this, I'm going to create a new file, compose.css. So in this one, let's use compose text area. This should be not like this. So we'll go to the app.css, compose, and then inside the compose, inside the text area, let's try to do the border color. Okay, border color #CCC or something like this. Okay, that works. Resize none, that worked. Border radius maybe 5 pixels, that looks good. Margin right 10 pixels, excellent. Okay, so far we have got everything done perfectly. So we have already used these colors, right? So we can also make use of those colors. So first thing, we will take this color, the background is this one. So border color is going to be this, and the background color, we start with this one. So it is going to be RGBA, whatever it is. So BGC, this, great. So we have got something like this, and we also need to have on focus. Okay, focus, it's gonna have a color of white. So if I click on this, it's gonna show this way, and I don't want this outline, none. So clicking on this, it's gonna show this way, and I want a padding of 5 pixels so that it has some space between it. Okay, if I go out, it's gonna show this way. If I come out, it's going to show this way. Okay, So this is a simple compose thing which we did. And here the buttons. Okay, so action buttons. Now for the action buttons, we need to have two buttons, which is button.btn.btn primary.btn sm. So I want it to be a button. The button classes needs to be there, and it should be a primary button. And second thing is it should be a small button. Okay, that is what I have given. In these are all bootstrap rates. Okay, so I just created a button here which says send. Okay, and then there is another button which is logout, and this button can be a danger button. Okay, these two guys are appearing very close to each other. So what I'm going to do now is I'm also going to give display block for both of them. Boom. Now they have got the full, and we need to also do full width. We can actually use form control for this. Let's see. Yes, that worked. And I don't know why this BTN SM is not working. If I remove the BTN SM, oh yeah, it is actually working. It is indeed a small button, but it's still small. We need, let's try BTN XS. No, that's no XS. We'll just use it to SM itself. And then we need also some space for this button, the first button. So let's give MB3, margin bottom 3. Oh, that's super huge. MB1. Yeah, this seems to be fine. So now when you click on this, click and start typing, we need to give. So placeholder, start typing your message. So far, we just created only a simple basic UI of this page. Okay, so what we will do is add a skeleton for compose form, something like that. Okay, so far any questions? Okay, seems like everyone is clear, or there is no questions. Thanks. Am I audible, visible? Everything is fine, right? Thank you. All right, let's continue. So now we have to, so this is gonna start typing your message. And once we have, so at this point of time, this, we haven't done any control components or anything. So we'll be using useState, and we'll be using useState as a thing. So this is going to have the message in it, and the initial message will be nothing. Okay, so now here, for the value, we'll be using message, and on change, we'll be using the same thing. Okay, so set message e.target.value. Right now, this button is there, right? This button should not be active until some message has been typed. Okay, so the message should be at least 3 characters long. Okay, so for that, we will also do disabled equal to message dot length trim dot length is less than 4. Okay, so at this point of time, you can't even click on the send message. Okay, so if I type in something, hello, see, now the send is active. Okay, so what we have done is controlled components and activate send. So we'll put converted the. So what is a control component? Converting a component to a control component means you are connecting the value and the onChange function to the state. Okay, converted the text area into controlled component by connecting to state. Okay, the next thing is send button will be activated only when there are at least 3 characters Okay, we'll just use this way. Okay, so for that we'll be using only the compose.js. Okay, cool. Now coming to the enter button. Okay, so const okay, at this point of time we just need to get the message, and then this message needs to go to the okay, so here just make sure that button type is button here. For logout you need a logout option, and this one is a type submit. Okay, so whenever you click on this one, press enter or something like that, it needs to submit, but this is unfortunate, but because we are using a text area here, which might actually not work. So we need to do something else. Let's try using an input, but I'm not sure what is going to happen here. It's going to show this way. Looks so bad. Let's try using multi-line input. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if this works. So even this does not work. Excellent. What is wrap soft? This is interesting. Oh, wrap soft is like it's gonna just wrap the things. It doesn't allow. Right, we'll just revert it back to text area itself. Actually, we just need to revert the whole thing here in compose.js. It's got all the changes, and then here we'll just make it as text area, and so even here on key up. So if or maybe on key down, if the event is like how am I supposed to check this one? Text area find enter key. I guess it should be 13 or something like that. So we just need to do key equal to indo.event.key code. No, this doesn't work. Yes. So on key up, we will just use this one, or on key down, we can use this one. So or this one. Event.key code is 13. 13 is enter key. So if the 13 code is coming, this should submit the form. Okay. So let's call handle submit, and we don't have a handle submit yet. And if the event.key code is this, we just need to handle submit with the event. As simple as that. Okay. So this is what is gonna happen. And let's see if this actually works. Okay, we don't know whether this works as well, because here for this on submit, let's do handle submit. Since this one is a disabled thing, so we also need to do message.trim.length is greater than 4. So ampersand message.trim.length is greater than 4 or less than 4, then do the handle submit thing. So if I add like window.alert sending message, adding the message. So let's try this one. So if I put like hello, enter, nothing works actually. On key down, event.keycode and on message. Okay, sorry, it should be greater than or equal to greater than 3. Sorry, that was my mistake. Sorry. So let's try this. So let's try with Praveen. Let's try the copy the image address, paste it here, start tweeting. Boom. If I just put HE and enter, doesn't happen. Hello and enter, sending message hello. So that works. And the same way, if I click on send as well, should actually work, right? Send. This is the button. Oh, on submit should be in for the form. Oh damn, I didn't use the form. So form on submit, this one. Okay. So let's try it out again. Sorry about the trial and error, please. HE, it's just going, pressing on enter should not actually do anything as well. So if this is the case, return false. Let's see what happens here. Okay, this still doesn't work. No, this doesn't even work at all. On key down, so if the event.keycode is 13, it should return false. Maybe I should do this way. Any suggestions from the we can't send hi, unfortunately. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. No, I don't understand. Why is this not working actually? So if event.keycode is 13, so what we'll do is let's also try to debug this thing. Okay. So CLG event EBT. Oh. I don't know why it is showing like a crossed one, but let's see. So let's inspect it and see what exactly is happening. So this is 8. Enter is 13. It's actually coming correctly. Okay, so if event.keycode is equal to 13, which is correct, and this is greater than 3, no, then if event.keycode is 13, event default. Let's try doing this one. Yeah, now it works. I guess we need to use event.prevent default, not even return false or something like that. Okay, so superb. So that is something like a hard learned lesson for me. So I'm just going to save this. And maybe we can also combine these two things in one single thing. So what we can do is another if condition here inside this. If this one is the case, handle submit, and we can get rid of this thing completely. Okay, cool. So if I try to clear everything, HE, enter doesn't work. HELL, message sent. Cool. So that worked. And now, once the message is sent, we need to also clear the message. So how are we going to send the message? Okay. So we will be having a send message, and then we just need to have send message. That's it. That's the only thing this does. So send message, and then set message as nothing. Okay, so set message is something that is going to update this form value. Okay, so now the compose part is done, to be honest. Okay, updated the send message to clear message. Okay, so now we will go here. So we need to do something called a send message. Send message equal to what exactly are we going to give here? We need to do a handle message. Let's do something like this. And okay, so what happens here is, so once the message has been sent, this should have a message here. Okay. Right. Now we know that this person is logged in. This is the image, and here's the message as well. Or we can use as text here. This is going to be very easy now. So messages is there, right? This dot set state messages will be dot dot dot. Let's first get all the messages from this. This dot state dot messages. Along with that, I want name, image, text. Okay, I hope this works. Oh, no. This name and image should be coming from the state const. So where is it again? So let's copy this whole thing, paste it over here. Name, image from the state, and then we are setting the state this way. Text is coming from here, name, image, text. So if you see here, name, image, text. Okay, cool. So let's try to put this way. Nah, it's not working. Let me quickly check right here with. This looks perfect. All right then. So we have got this one. I don't know whether this is going to work. Let's see. But before that, any questions? How many of you are alive still? Is it going fine, or is it interesting, or is it boring? Is it interesting or boring? How is it going so far? Okay, thank you. Nice. We are almost coming to the end of the whole thing. Okay, so end of the UI part. Now we will go into the backend part soon. Okay, so let's try copy image address, paste it over here. Boom. So if I put hey will not send hello. Why is that thing coming in? Damn. Go to this. Mode. What did we already did? Git show. Updated the send message and clear message. Cool. So git commit amend. Great. We just made only one change. All right. Okay, cool. So let us push. Let's try it again. Over you. Boom, that works. So this perfectly worked. And now let's try to remove the useless messages here. Okay, so this is gonna actually we will just put one simple thing. Let's use a dev guy, or let's use a dev girl to welcome to the dev chat. Okay, so something like this. Or instead of having this as a dev girl, you can make it as git tweet. Okay. initial message added. Right. Any questions so far? Parth, this is the advanced. Please ask your questions. I'm happy to explain everything. Yes, anyone who is not following it, please, this is the main reason why we have a live class. Sandeep, Sadaf, Parth, Lakshit, Yash, please ask your question. What exactly is happening? Thanks, Keshav. Okay. All right. So now what we need to do here is, so far we have done till this. Okay. And everything works so far perfectly. The next thing is converting this into a backend logic. Let's see how it goes. So for backend, we need to use something like a public server. I'm going to use Replit for this. So let's create repl.it. We are going to create a simple Express.js server here. I'm going to click on Node.js. So this is going to be create backend. Okay, it's going to be a public REPL, create REPL. Again, I'm going to run the example Express server. Okay, boom. So I'll be doing extremely quick things. /API Hello Express app, and these are all fine. Now we also need to do something called as CORS. So we'll require CORS. CORS means cross-origin resource sharing, and that actually helps us in making our app accessible to everyone. Okay. Right. Then what else do we have? Files doesn't have anything else. So we have only two things. And also we need a body parser. So Express.js post method. It's not body parser. So let's copy these two things. So we need to see how exactly express.url encoded works. That's exactly what I was trying to do. Let's start with this one. And we have to use another thing called Express. Something true should be there. So yeah. Format the code. Excellent. So if I try to run this code, it's gonna install everything. It's gonna install CORS and Express as well. And boom. So it says cannot get / which we are fine with it. And /API Hello Express app. Good. So now what we are going to do is we are going to use this as our API configuration. Okay. So first thing, remember on the first class, we were using something called as services. So we are going to use message service.js. And then we will be installing Axios here. So npm install Axios. Axios helps us in using get and post. So in a better way. So we'll be using them. Install Axios library, and here import Axios from Axios. So now I need to start with const get message. There's no parameters for this. Axios.get this one. So this is what I wanted to return. So slash API slash messages. Okay, so this is what it's gonna get for me. So now let's have a const messages, which is nothing. Now here we'll have another const slash messages, and instead res.json. So again, this is going to be res.json. Here it's going to be messages. Okay. So if I try to stop and restart it again, if I do slash API slash messages, I could see that there is nothing here. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to convert this whole thing into this. So we are going to first cut this one and put this message here. Okay. Now, when I load this application, I need to get this message. Okay. And before that, another thing, I also need to export this. Export const get message. Export const send message. So we need three things for sending the message: name, image, text. Here we'll do axios.post the same place. And then the data is going to be name, image, and text. Okay, so this is what we are returning here. So the message service is done. That's it. So here is the get message, and here's the post message. The post messages. Now here I'm going to do res.json request.body. Okay, so now what happens here is, let's run it again. Now I'm going to use a software called as Postman. Oh, no, not Postgres. Get lost. Postman, and I hope it doesn't open up something, so many things or something like that. Let's see. It's actually opening a lot of things. My system's heated up like anything, so sorry about that. All right, so this is your Postman's UI. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one and use post slash API slash messages. And if I use body as raw, type as text bar JSON, and I put hello world, I send it, I should receive the hello world as the same thing. Okay, so this is working fine. Now I need three things. Okay, I need name, image, and text. Okay, so const, the same way how we actually did here in our code. Q.body. For now, we'll just go with the usual method, the happy path. Okay, so what we are going to do now is messages.push the same thing, and we need to also res.json Success. Okay, so now if we stop and run, now I'm going to go to the Postman. Now if I do, okay, we need to have something like a message, right? So let's go back to our VS Code and let's try, actually what? Let's try using this again. So we have got this one, right? Git tweet or whatever it is. So remember, this is going to be JSON, so you need to put everything inside double quotes. Okay, so instead of git tweet, I'm going to put dev girl. Wow. And then if I send this, and if I open the, oh wait, we got success. And if I open this as a git, do you see git tweet and dev girl? Perfect, that works, right? So this is exactly what we are going to do now. Okay, now go back to our code. Instead of doing all these things, all right, we are not going to do this one. So now instead of that, component did mount, which means this runs when the application is created first time. Application starts first time. This is service created. And in the component did mount, we are going to do get messages, get message. Is it get message or get messages? Why did I even put get message? Anyway, get message, send message. Okay, fine. Get message. Then message. This is going to be messages. This dot set state messages. Okay, so let's see if what happens here. Messages.map is not a function. Oh, really? Okay. Messages. Okay, we have data here. Okay. Res. Dot data. Cool. Look at this. Hola, I'm a dev girl here. Okay. And one more thing. Every 1 second we are going to poll this. Okay. So for that, what we need to do is we should be doing set interval for every 1 second. We're going to do this same thing. So at this point of time, you won't be able to see anything right now. Okay. So if I go to our Postman here, and then in this one, let's put Praveen. Let's use my image. I don't even have the copy of my image now. Okay, let's try finding it out from the old thing in GitHub. GitHub.com/Praveen Science. So let's go to repositories. Edusera Twitter clone. SRC. Components. We have app. Right. Did what? It's already deleted. Okay, so let's go to the history. And let's see this one. Yeah. Let's see this. Let's try to browse files. Go to SRC. See, time machine is really helpful, right? In this case, components, app. Okay, there's a dev guy. We can use this guy. Okay, so I'm not doing anything at all. Okay, so let's go to this one. See, I'm not doing start tweeting or anything. I'm just putting a post request here. Boom. Is it working? Fine. Cool, right? So that's exactly what is going to be the real-time stuff. Is this backend? This is backend one, and we call it in the last sir. Yes, that's correct. Why not set timeout? Because set timeout executes only once. Set interval executes every that sometimes that interval. Every interval it's going to execute once. Okay. So this actually works perfectly fine. So the next thing what we are going to do is we have to wire up this and this in the front end, as simple as that. So cleared all the messages, loaded messages from the service. Load everything, all messages and loaded from API. Great. Now that worked. What about sending a message? So we should be having name, image, and text. Okay. So now send message. We have name, image, text. Name, image, text. Then, so once you have actually sent the message, you can also do this get message kind of a thing. Okay. That's it. That should work. Wired up with the backend. Hopefully, I'm not sure if this works. I have my questions. Okay, I'm just gonna put my name. Fine, I need my picture here. Please, someone find my picture. So let's go back to this one. So this is just dev girl and dev boy. Copy this one. Did we not even save it? Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna do a crude way of getting it. I'm gonna command Z everything. Actually, we saved it. I know we saved it. I don't know how we forgot, like how we missed it. Okay, fine. So this is my. I'm just not gonna save this. Okay, cool. So now this is gonna be the last attempt. So refresh everything. I'm gonna put Praveen as my name. Paste my thing. So this actually went here. Hey, Praveen here. Boom. That worked. And if I go open a new tab, anyone would like to chat? Like we are gonna do something crazy here, but still I'm gonna use this way. And someone is actually calling me on phone. Really? Okay, whatever. So sorry, my screen, sir. What happened to my screen? One second. Let me check the WhatsApp for some messages. Screen frozen. Screen frozen again. Okay. Wait. Is this fine now? Are you all able to see this? Working properly, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Thanks for telling. So now I hope it is working fine. So I need one of you to volunteer for the next message. Who's gonna volunteer for this? Okay, I'm just gonna take Divya Sri because she is not from my class. So I'm gonna take her picture here from this. Okay, so here is Divyasri, and then the image is this image. So I'm just going to use this, start tweeting. Okay, so at this point of time, here it is here. And I'm just going to put hey Praveen. That's Divya. Here, Divya has come. Okay, let's do it like two people chatting with each other. It does indeed like, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the backend right away. So the backend has so much messages right now. So I'm just going to reset it. So stop it, start it. Okay, cool. Look at this. Everything gone. Okay, so now I'm just going to say, hello, everyone. Boom. Now, hey, Praveen. Hey, Divya. I don't know what we did actually. Is this a tweet or is this something else? Some crazy thing we just did. So, but this is one example of creating a full stack application. So, and I'll just make sure everything I have committed. So git push. Everything has been pushed. And yeah, so there you go. Here's something which I wanted to submit to you all. And so that's about the whole class. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. Yeah, and do let me know your feedback, comments, anything good or bad stuff. I'll also send the backend code right now to you all. Now, the funny part is the next session that I'm planning to take is creating a Facebook clone in 7 days. And it is extremely ambitious. I don't think I can do that, but I'm still working on things. So I'll just wait for that to make sure everything is working and whether it is possible even. And then I'll let you know all, like, Git chat is actually better title. Yes, it is not a Twitter UI clone, by the way. It is Git chat, and we have done it. We have done it. It's successful. I believe a lot of people have actually learned it, and I hope it was really helpful for everyone. So we'll just take a small snippet of it and we'll share it in our socials, and we'll see how it goes. And again, thanks a lot for coming in, and thanks a lot for trusting me on this course and joining it. So hey, it's not like nothing is impossible for me. Okay, see, even I'm a human. Now the first thing is I need to talk to Madhvi and to ask her if she has something to say. Thanks to Edusera team for organizing this such a awesome thing. So I guess two different classes has been done. So first 7-day class was about creating a chatbot app, and now we have done this Git tweet. Yes, so we will just call it as Git tweet. It's just another chat app, as simple as that. So and one more thing, if you want to make this run in your computer, as simple as that, the backend is running already. So all you need to do is just run your, just clone the repository, run it, start typing, give your username and your image, and then click on chat and start chatting. As simple as that. Every source code which I have created here is open source. You can use them. And any questions, I'm always here to help you out, guide you, and yes. So for those folks who are wondering about the bonus sessions, we will be having the bonus sessions in the first week of October, which is related to something related to GitHub Campus Experts. And we will also work on listing out what all things that a student can do as an extracurricular activities, like collaborating with different companies, the big companies like Facebook, GitHub, Microsoft, etc. And that will be really helpful for the students currently, I believe. So that will be a nice thing. Keshav, awesome question, Keshav. But what I would suggest is, yes, you can add something. Like, you would have learned a lot of things through this whole journey, right? Journey of 7 days. Try to do something similar. Try to do something creative, your own way of doing things, and then put it on your resume. That has a lot more value than putting the same thing on your resume. Think about 100 people, like we have 135 students, right? If all the 135 people are putting the same thing and giving it, it's going to be useless, right? When by chance, if every one of you are applying to the same company and everyone has the same Twitter UI clone using React.js, one single Google search, they will find it out that it is something like a class you went and you just use that project. That might give a bad impression on you, but instead, if you just tweak it a little and do it something totally different, that will give you a better option. That is my personal opinion, and it's up to you. Excellent. Awesome. Thanks a lot for all this love that you have given. And I always wish you to, like, if you can add your comments on this thing. So I would really ask you to add your comments on my featured post in this LinkedIn. So please add your feedback here. Okay. So your feedback is very, 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 very important. And don't forget, obviously, subscribe to the channel. Tell everyone about what I am doing. And there are like loads and loads of new things that are coming up in few days. So I don't want you all to miss it. So please tell about this to everyone. And I'm so happy that you all enjoyed the course. And I hope it was really a nice journey. So with that being said, everyone, stay home, stay safe. And yes, Yash, you're right. I was about to say that as well. So regarding the career things, so 3 things we are going to talk about is working in the UK, studying in the UK, and what a student can do in their student life along with the big company. So these 3 things will be covered in detail, in depth, as a special bonus content on the same live stream in the first week of October. Even I need to prepare a couple of things because a lot of things are coming in right now. So be prepared. There are so many things to discuss, and there's going to be a huge revamp of my YouTube channel as well. And a lot of things are going to come up. And during that live stream, I'm also going to give away some goodies. Okay, how does that sound? Excited? Great. So thanks a lot, Yash, Sadaf, Keshav, Lakshit, Danish, Nimisha. Nimisha, I haven't met you as well. So just give me a quick hi when you are in Zoom or something like that. Rahul, you're too, I mean, like, yeah, Aditya, and we have a lot of people. Abhishek Ram, Pavitra, Parth. Yeah, Parth is great. Parth, check it out. Like, it is already hosted. It has already been hosted. So one thing which I would really like all of you to do is, like, please stay home, stay safe, and take care of your health, and watch out for more updates. Connect with me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the only place where you'll be getting it. Yes, Sadaf, I'm gonna send you with some idiyappam goodies as well, like on your face. And so yes, finally I have become that heartless person which you wanted me to be, and I told this in front of everyone. So enjoy, and have a nice day, and see you all, folks. And that is going to be the end of the stream today. See ya.